Last month closed out with concentrated energy in your 6th and 8th houses, but that was merely a teaser for the forces at play this October. It would be irresponsible to assume smooth sailing, especially around mid-month, considering your planetary rulers retrograde. However, rocky seas can be the most satisfying to navigate. With your flexibility and love of knowledge, you should make it through the storms without any serious problems, but you'll need to be aware of when to take your hand off the wheel. The roles you play in others' lives are on your mind during the Aries full moon on the 1st. This fiery lunation calls your attention to your involvement with friends and social groups, pointing out where your humanitarian efforts over the last 6 months have led. Venus ingress into Virgo in your 4th house the next day should bring some welcome contentment. A positive attitude is a great asset, but try not to get too comfortable. Since 2008, Pluto has been traveling through your 8th house to force a necessary death and rebirth of your ego and your deepest bonds. After this planet of transformation stationed retrograde in May, you sought answers to taboo questions, contracts, and power dynamics internally, but October 4th brings yet another profound change. Indeed, when Pluto stations direct in Capricorn in this sector on the 4th, you're ready to start applying everything you found in the dark in a much more radical and external way. To be blunt, the second half of October could end up being one of the most frustrating times of the year for you. When your planetary ruler Mercury stations retrograde on the 13th in Scorpio in your 6th house, what you get is a double whammy. This sector of your chart is naturally Mercury's domain because it encompasses everyday communication and total well-being, but the retrograde action in this specific house could mean even more delays and obstacles than Mercury RX usually brings. Unexpected hassles with your health and issues at work are almost a given with this transit, so the next 3 weeks it will be critical to plan ahead for misunderstandings and things going wrong on a day-to-day basis. It's not like this is a universal vendetta against you though, it's simply a call for a change of perspective. To facilitate this new view, pay close attention to your mental, physical, and emotional health. Rest and recuperation are important areas of focus throughout the rest of October. Despite the hype, Mercury retrograde cycles can produce highly positive outcomes as long as you apply your energy to things you already have in progress rather than trying to start something new. If you aren't sure of where to start, try taking a personal inventory of how you feel and what your normal schedule looks like. Anything involving heavy research and review is favored now. You're aching for fun, playful opportunities after the 16th when the new moon kicks off a creative cycle in Libra in your 5th house of recreation and romance. You'll need to watch for spreading yourself too thin with Mercury's retrograde activity, but it can be great to let loose and relax by getting out with friends around this time. Use this lighthearted, carefree lunation to mingle and test the social waters, exploring the approval and feedback you get from others. Even if you don't feel like going out, this is the perfect time to bring some spontaneous energy to your relationship with a bubble bath or an impromptu dinner for two. After the Sun enters Scorpio in your 3rd house on the 22nd, take extra care to focus on building your skills and getting organized. Discipline and persistence are key over the next month. A blow to your confidence could be on the way when retrograde Mercury backspins into Libra in your 5th house on the 27th. Your creative energy might seem to disappear on you, but this is really just an opportunity to step outside your regular way of doing things and find the inspiration in something outside the norm. Indeed, this last bit of October is the perfect time to play around with unconventional forms of art such as cooking, gardening, visiting a theater, or even breaking a puzzle out of the game closet. While you should try to avoid committing yourself to a new craft, project, or relationship until Mercury stations direct next month, connecting with your inner child through experimental forms of art is a great idea. On the off chance you haven't addressed your subconscious problems by now, the Halloween full moon on the 31st might be less than present. This lunar event illuminates your 12th house of all things unseen, so expect to deal with any shadows you've been hiding away. You'll head into November with a serious sense of drive as long as you resolve not to confuse your dreams with reality. Thank you so much for watching. Please give us a thumb up if you liked the video. Subscribe our YouTube channel not to miss the next video horoscope. Visit our website GoToHoroscope.com where you can find actual horoscope for today. Download our apps from Google Play and App Store to have your daily horoscope always on hand.